On Tuesday, for the first time in US history, a former president may face criminal charges according to media reports. Donald Trump may be charged with falsifying documentation related to a supposed payment to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. However, there are still many unknowns in the situation. It is unclear what the charge will be, whether Trump will personally appear in New York for the hearing, or whether he will be arrested. The situation is made more tense by Trump's recent call for his supporters to protest against his prosecution and take back the country. The actress in question, whose real name is Stephanie Clifford, became the subject of public attention in 2018 when the Wall Street Journal reported that shortly before Trump's candidacy was announced, his lawyer Michael Cohen paid her $130,000 as part of a non-disclosure agreement about her relationship with the president. Clifford claimed she had an affair with Trump before he became president. The White House denied this information, and Trump himself denies any wrongdoing. There is no illegal activity in the act of paying for silence itself, if it occurred. However, since the payment was allegedly made a month before the presidential elections, critics of Trump claim that this money transfer could be a violation of campaign rules. As reported by the media, it is expected that the charges against Trump will relate to falsification of documentation, as the money paid to the actress was later described by the Trump Organization as legal expenses. However, according to New York legislation, document falsification can be a criminal offense. In the worst-case scenario, Trump could face up to 4 years in prison. Nevertheless, some experts believe it is unlikely that the former president will face a prison sentence. Most likely, in their opinion, he will receive a fine. The Manhattan District Attorney, Alvin Bragg, previously convened a grand jury to determine if there is sufficient evidence to pursue criminal charges against Trump. On Monday, the jury heard from Robert Costello, who was Cohen's former legal advisor. However, the final decision whether to bring charges against Trump will be made by prosecutor Bragg. As reported by the media, a grand jury is convening on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Therefore, if the jury has not reached a decision on Monday. However, Trump previously stated that the charges should be expected on Tuesday. Several journalists and experts have questioned whether the former president will obey the law and travel from his Mar-a-Lago estate to the New York court to go through appropriate procedures including fingerprinting and photography. On Tuesday, many journalists will gather at the courthouse waiting for Trump or at least a representative. The Guardian reported that Trump allegedly expressed interest in appearing in the Manhattan Criminal Court himself. Forecasters predict that he will likely be released immediately after being charged, in accordance with the new bail release rules in New York. These rules allow individuals accused of misdemeanors or nonviolent crimes to be released on their own recognizance. Trump's presidential. Meanwhile, American entrepreneur Elon Musk has stated that Trump's arrest will ensure his re-election in the 2024 presidential election. It is still unclear whether the charges against Trump will provoke protests among his supporters and how massive they will be. On Monday, the police brought metal fences to the courthouse building and the Trump Tower in preparation for possible protests, but they did not install them on Monday.